As Ethiopia counts the votes from its latest national election, with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed expected to remain in power, a far deeper crisis is threatening to split the country's social fabric entirely apart. Ethiopia's ancient Orthodox Church is sounding the alarm over an alleged organized campaign of mass slaughter of Christians in the country. At least 37 Orthodox Christians were reportedly killed in a fresh wave of violence between the 31st of May and the 2nd of June in Asko Werdia of East Arsi Zone. More than 280 people are reportedly still missing, and hundreds of homes were destroyed. Now, reports say that a 101-year-old church was also burned to the ground. Other church buildings were also reportedly destroyed. Church officials have repeatedly accused the Oromo Liberation Army, also known as the OLA or Shene, of carrying out the attacks. And they are now asking the intervention of federal government to stop the alleged persecution.
Many faithful believers were unjustly killed, and hundreds of our people were displaced from their homes. This is a deeply sorrowful event that has caused immense grief to our church. We earnestly call upon the government to put an end to this chain of violence and bring the perpetrators to justice.
The Oromo Liberation Army has reportedly denied responsibility. The group says it was not involved and claims that other actors are seeking to spark divisions between local Christians and Muslims. As a result, competing accounts have emerged over who was responsible for the bloodshed. But it is the federal government's direct reaction to the tragedy that has sparked nationwide outrage. Supporters of the church claim several prominent Orthodox figures have been detained after speaking publicly about the killings. Authorities have not publicly explained the alleged arrests, but the claims have further intensified the tensions. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church is one of the oldest Christian institutions in the world. Its history stretches back nearly 1,700 years. For centuries, it helped to shape Ethiopia's monarchy, culture, and national identity. It remains a spiritual home for tens of millions of Ethiopians, and its influence extends far beyond religion, which is why the events in Oromia are drawing national attention. Now, much of this violence has been concentrated in the East Arsi Zone inside Oromia, and this is a region that has repeatedly experienced attacks and displacement as well as insurgency, now turning this critical area into a lawless center of unchecked humanitarian crisis. In March, at least 21 civilians were reportedly killed in Shirka district, also located in East Arsi. In October last year, more than 30 Orthodox Christians were reportedly killed in another attack. Since 2020, Ethiopia has experienced repeated violence across Oromia, including attacks on civilians, churches, and entire communities. And critics say that the state has failed to contain the bloodshed. The instability also strikes at the heart of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's political base. Oromia is his home region, and the Nobel Peace Prize winner, who promised national reconciliation, now faces multiple security challenges, from Tigray to Amhara and the continuing Oromo insurgency. Analysts say that the story is far more complicated than a simple Christian-Muslim divide. Both Muslim and Christian leaders have condemned previous attacks, and many observers believe that the deeper fault lines involve ethnic tensions, armed insurgencies, and the erosion of state authority. As violence persists inside the Prime Minister's home region, the bigger question is whether Africa's second most populous country can prevent its internal crises from spreading even further.
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, First Post America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston.